Hey guys, welcome to Train with Madam Nelly, and today is going to be quite an exciting episode. We all love chapatis, don't we? That is the tale for today. So, as you can see, we have a kilo of wheat flour, and she usually does a mix of white flour and brown flour in half proportions, and this amounts to 1 kilogram. You can just use a wide enough bowl to enable you knead nicely. You also have cooking oil. You're going to add the oil according to your satisfaction, but if you want very soft chapatis, you have to use enough oil. And enough oil is relative because there's some people who prefer less oil than others, so it will just depend on how you're going to do your kneading. And you should have some elastic dough, which means you will have had enough oil. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which you are going to use in the mixture. And in your mixing, you're going to need hot water, just hot enough so that you don't burn yourself and to also not sever the dough. And that is basically the mix for chapatis. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy this particular video. And here we have our Madam Nelly, and she's going to take over.
Yeah, so welcome. That's my brother. And let's begin in making our brown chapati. As during the introduction, I normally mix. I mix the brown flour and the white wheat flour. So that is what you need. I'm doing this to aerate, yeah, because I need my chapatis to obtain enough air for them to be able to cook well while it rises just a bit. So what I'm doing, I'm aerating. Yeah, so I'm going to add the dry ingredients. That is our sugar and our already measured amount of salt. Then I'm going to mix on well. When it is well mixed, I'm going to add oil. I'm going to add oil, just enough, not too much. And then after that, I'm going to rub this in like this. So make sure you aerate your flour very well. This really helps in obtaining soft chapatis. Yeah, so raise it a bit to a crumpy mixture. Some other people use solid cooking oil or fat, but I prefer the liquid one myself. See, it's really mixing into a crumpy texture. That's what I want. Then when your oil is well mixed into your flour, now we begin adding our hot water. I'm going to use a wooden spoon because it may not be bearable with my hands. So be keen so that you don't add too much of it. Then you start adding more flour into it. I think it has mixed. I'm going to use my hands to mix. It's not enough yet. Need some more. So I'm trying to get a mixed texture of water. Yeah, so you put enough water just enough, don't make it soggy. And then now I will transfer my dough to this. It's a clean surface already. I cleaned it. And then I'm going now. What I'm doing, I'm kneading. Okay? I'm kneading the dough. So make sure you do the kneading very well until your dough is elastic. So the secret to very good and soft, nice chapatis is the kneading process. Don't be lazy here in the kneading process. And I normally use my thumb, yeah, while I'm kneading like this. I use my thumb. I bring the dough and take it in like this and try to stretch it. Okay, so I'm kneading until it's ready. So I normally do the kneading for like 10 to 15 minutes until I get a very elastic dough. So as you can see the transformation, our dough is becoming more elastic. Are you seeing? So you knead it very well. This is it has brown flour, so it may not stretch as much because you know brown flour has fiber in it, so it may not stretch as much as while you are doing the white chapatis. Yeah, so just know the difference. But you can see, yeah, it looks softer. You see, it looks softer, it looks more elastic. Yeah. So after we are done kneading the dough, there is something very important that we are going to do. You have to let your dough to rest. Okay, we call it the resting process. So the resting process is very important. It also helps you to, it helps the dough to relax so that for you to get those soft chapatis. Okay, you have to relax your flour. And this is how I normally do it. I normally cover it with a polythene bag, and I do the relaxing process for like an hour to 2 hours, depending on the time that you have. But the more you relax it, the better. These are clean papers. You can use a cling film. Mine I don't have at the moment, but I'm going to improvise with this paper. So I'm going to cover it well, and then I'm going to relax it in the basin that I was using. So we'll give it an hour to relax. And then we will proceed. So we are relaxing, and then I will cover with a cloth. So we will let our dough to relax. So we'll proceed after the hour is over. So so here is our relaxed dough. Okay, the dough for our brown chapatis. We had covered them with a cling film, and now it is time to make the balls, and then we apply oil, and then we cook. So you can see, very well relaxed dough. Are you seeing it's even shiny at some point? Are you seeing very relaxed, very elastic? So that is good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this one into balls. Balls just enough for the chapatis. And then this is how we normally do it. Tunaita matonge Kiswahili. Are you seeing? Yeah, like that. Are you seeing? That is our matonge, or the dough balls. this, you can add it to this. So actually, professionally, this is how we do the balls. Yeah, you can see. Oh, so there are our balls. So the next thing, I'm going to apply some cooking oil on them. I roll and then apply. I'm trying to make the layers. Yeah, nasikianga chapatis in a layer. Those with layers, that's what I want to do. So what you do, I'm going to roll into a circle. Rolling a chapati into a circle is a skill. So when the dough is well relaxed, you can see it really rolls out so well. It stretches out so well, and that's why it's supposed to be elastic, so that when you are rolling it, it really does the rolling well. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this. So just take a little bit of oil, yeah, like that, and then you apply evenly on your dough, and then you will make a line. I have a wheel cutter there, very appropriate. And then this is how you fold. Are you seeing? Okay, then when you are there, you return this side in like this, and then you come in and do what? And come in, seal it in. Then we also take the base in like this. So that's how I normally fold, yeah, my balls to make the layers for the chapatis in. After you are done making the balls, you will cover them again like for 20 to 30 minutes, and then now you begin the kuchoma process, the frying. We normally shallow fry them, eh? So huwa tunasema tunachoma. So okay, so we'll give them like 20 to 30 minutes, and then we proceed. So we are going to begin the shallow frying process. So we need a pan, the source of it, oil, and I'm going to place my dried chapatis here. So I'll show us on how to roll. First, it is easier to roll. So begin to learn how to roll a circular chapati. Yeah, to avoid the Kenyan maps. Yeah. So begin not to overroll the center and even the edges, because they normally dry up. So begin to really bring out a nice round chapati. So don't overroll it, because sometimes when you do the overrolling, they tend to become very dry. So have you seen? So mine is a nice round. Okay, that is ready and a good size. So just do that on a low heat so that they don't burn up. So when the top side is dried, you turn it so that you dry the under one. So I normally dry them and then apply oil later. You can see how it is swelling. Are you seeing? Yeah, that is a nice. So it is well dried like that. Let's roll a second one, and then we'll do the oil application. I love doing two too. So apply a bit of flour so that it does not stick. So really try to make a round. Yeah, that is. So you can see some bubbles forming. So you know the under is drying, as you can see. Then at that stage, now you do what? You turn, so that even the under one can also dry. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to show us on how to apply oil. As I said, I normally love doing two. So what you do, you'll apply oil on the upper side, like that, and then you turn. Okay, so give time for the under part to cook well as you continue rotating. So as it cooks, I will apply oil on this other one. Not too much, just enough, so that they are not also very soggy with oil. You see? Wow, very well browned. See that? A very well browned chapati. Turn it again, keep rotating so that your chapati does not burn, and also it is the brownness is well distributed. Keep checking the under. So they're really browning so well, and you can see they are like swelling, okay, because of the aeration that I did during the kneading process. Is done. See that nice brown color. Wow. Turn this. Okay, do the rotating like this. Brown chapatis tend to normally break because of the fiber in them, and that's why I normally do it with an addition of a bit of the white flour, so that they're a bit firmer. Wow, so well brown chapatis, as you can see there. Just see how nice they are. So you can see they are very soft also, very soft. You hear? No, there is no dryness. They are very soft. So wow, that is done. So I normally do them in my hot pot. This is what I do. I place them there. And see, very nice color, very nice chapati. So I will repeat the process until I have finished.